morning and welcome to DBS This Morning. Here we are again. A beautiful day, and I hope that you guys are ready to face it off with a lot of good energy. Today, as always, our show is going to have two features. A lot of it is going to be surrounding the St. Lucia arts components of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. We caught up with former Queen contestant, national Queen contestant, Amy. Amy is now dabbling into the visual arts, and we caught up with her recently, and we also had the opportunity of heading on down to the square to get a little bit of the display that's going on there for the rest of this week. It's going to be going up until Friday, and somewhere this afternoon as well there's going to be some pan projects, some pan going to be on display as well. There's going to be a whole host of things that's going to be happening as part of the arts component. So we got a big bulk of it. We also caught up with the person responsible for setting up the entire atmosphere on the square for this occasion, and it's beautiful. So we're going to do that in a while. But first, we've got to take in the headlines. So let's tap in with Kendall for the headlines for this morning.
Good morning. A week-long cybersecurity awareness workshop was launched on Tuesday at the Finance Administrative Center in Castries, conducted by the CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security, or IMPACTS. The Cyber Investigation and Cybersecurity 11th EDF in-country sensitization workshop aims to inform various public and private sector groups about cybercrime and cybersecurity.
Cyber criminals don't have issues with sovereignty. There are no borders, there are no laws, they have no social consciences, and they really don't care who their next victims are and the devastating effects that it could have on the citizenry. Just last week we had an email threat that shut down the schools in Trinidad and Tobago, claiming that there was a bomb planted. So you could imagine the disruption and the anxiety by the students and parents alike. At CARICOM Impacts, we constantly focus on how our member states can safely embrace the opportunities that technological developments create, whilst ensuring that we continually understand and address the ever-changing challenges that they bring.
The workshop is part of a much broader program to support the regional security sector and is financed by the European Union. Efforts by OECS governments to address gender-based violence in the sub-region are getting support from the French government. A $1.8 million EC project launched on Tuesday hopes to build capacity in the sub-region over the next 2 years.
We want to help authorities, NGOs and civil society in fighting gender-based violence. And so we secure a concept and a financing from Paris, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to support over the next 2 years actions in order to prevent and to fight gender-based violence. That means educational tools, that means networking with associations already involved, and that means pushing, if needed, for improvement in legislation. The concept is being elaborated at the moment, but everybody can feel, everybody can sense, everybody can see that violence is a problem for all societies, and this is our aim as diplomats, to promote the fight against this kind of violence.
And as we said, the project ends in 2025 and calls on governments, NGOs, and other organizations to join forces to address gender-based violence. On Thursday, May 4th, officers of the Major Crimes Unit arrested and charged Francis Popo of Deville Soufrière for the murder of Shanda Paul Lucien. On Friday, May 5th, 2023, Francis Popo was escorted to the 2nd District Court, where he was remanded in custody until a later date. 28-year-old Shanda Paul Lucien of Soufrière was shot on Monday, June 13, 2022. Lucien was transported to the Soufrière Hospital and was later pronounced dead by a medical practitioner. Some lighter news now. First National Bank has thrown its support behind the inaugural Junior Jazz Festival. Last Friday, the bank presented a sponsorship check of $20,000 to organizers, the Castries Constituency Council, at a ceremony held at Constitution Park.
Thank you to the organizers of the St. Lucia Junior Jazz and Arts Festival for giving First National Bank the opportunity to participate in this event. We are honored to be part of an event that allows our youth to demonstrate their abilities. We believe that our assistance will go a long way towards identifying the next generation of local artists who will grace the main stage in the coming years.
Castries Mayor Geraldine Lendor Gabriel expressed gratitude to the bank for its sponsorship. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
And that was our headlines. Thank you again, Kendall. We now take a break. We'll be back shortly. Back now for our first feature. Like I said, we caught up with Amy. Amy is a past Carnival Queen contestant, National Carnival Queen contestant, who is now taking part in or turning her hands into the visual arts of things. We had a chat with her, and we also got a little bit of the display that is happening right now down at the Derek Walcott Square as well. Again, we are focusing on art and the city. Amy, talk to me about what is going to be happening, when it's going to be happening, and what can we expect.
So the Art Square is scheduled to start from May 7th to the 11th, and it's going to be an array of and variety of artists from around the world, and of course myself being featured. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm expecting that we will have a good turnout, because we have sculpture, we have myself as a visual artist, as well as some really world-renowned artists who are going to be showcasing their art for that entire week, in fact.
Absolutely. Now, Amy, what does that mean to you as a young creative? You know, you've been in this for some time, and you're here in the little island of St. Lucia, being able now to share stage or a platform with so many world-renowned artists and designs. How does that make you feel as being an artist and respecting and having that love for and passion for what it is you do?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that I'm filled with gratitude, right? Because actually I've been involved in the arts from the performing arts aspect of it, but wearing the visual artist cap is something that is very recent. Okay. I actually had no idea that I could paint, really. It was something, so it was something that I just started as my own hobby, and it became something that has a life of its own now. And not just that too, I have the opportunity to work with people who have been doing this and have really made a name for themselves. And having the opportunity at such an early point in my career in this area is remarkable. It absolutely is a blessing. It really is. Wow. So I'm very grateful.
Right. So what would you say to persons now? On the 7th, it's going to be on the square?
Yeah.
On the square.
On the square.
The display is going to be on the square for about the whole week.
The whole week.
The entire week.
Yeah.
So what time daily?
It starts from 10 a.m.
Daily.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you want to say to the viewers? What should they come out? What should they expect?
Yeah. So I would say for anybody who loves anything artistic, who likes things that are very tactile and an expression of art, and recognizing people who celebrate humanity from a place that is not just creative but also a very spiritual as well, I would encourage them to come out and celebrate that as well. Artists generally within this sphere, not just within the St. Lucian context, sometimes it's very difficult to actually have opportunities like this, and artists also need the validation as well. And part of the currency of being an artist is also getting the chance to see how people respond to the art, because a lot of the art that goes out there sometimes have a message, and the art is an outlet for self-expression, but it's also a way to connect with people and to create a sense of community and to address issues that sometimes are very difficult to talk about. But when it is communicated in a language that is relatable and tangible, people can find a way to, find amicable solutions, probably, or even feel inspired on their own artistic journey. So I would encourage, I know the schools plan to come in with the children. I would encourage the principals and people who are at the gatekeepers, or for young people as well, to really encourage them to come out to such an occasion, because it is an opportunity for them to hopefully be inspired and on their own journey.
Wow. Well said, Amy. I don't even want to contaminate that with anything further. Thank you so much. We look forward to it. I'm definitely going to make sure that I pass through there as well. mentioned, it really is all about the arts this week, because up until Friday, there's going to be art and the city happening down on the Derek Walcott Square. And we caught up with the person who did the entire layout and the creative design of what you would see when you enter on the square during this week. That's Delia Francois from CDF. And we caught up with her. Let's take a look at this. And we're here down at the Derek Walcott Square. It's arts and on the city. It's just a beautiful display of absolute creativity. I'm sitting here and I'm just totally blown away. The setup of the place is amazing. Everything that is on display is just breathtaking. I mean, you will have to experience it. I can't bring it to you, honestly, through words. It is something you'll have to come on down and experience yourself. But I certainly have to highlight the lady that is responsible for creating that atmosphere. I would not have thought of that. So obviously, it have to be somebody who was cut out for this kind of thing. The creativity that I see, the art, the visual arts display room, and so many other things. That is just once you step in onto the square, you just connect instantly, and there's just an aura of wow. And here she is, Delia Francois is the one responsible for the whole laying out and the creative process of ensuring that the space was transformed into this connecting creative zone. Delia, how are you?
I'm good.
Tired, maybe?
Tired,
I know
yes.
it's a lot.
Tired, but happy that our creatives have finally found a home.
Yes.
This looks like it would be an art destination in the future. So we finally found our home in the arts, St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. So the arts component, this is it at its best. We have the creative section, the You Can Art, where persons or you, when you finish, can come in. We are expecting about 40 kids to come now in a while to paint and just enjoy the atmosphere. But for me, it feels good to have the artists, St. Lucian artists, finally finding their space. Yes. And to see some of them, we had Jonathan Gladden yesterday. We had Arsenio Nolly sat down and did some paintings. Oh. We have our artists, Gary Burt and the others coming. If you notice around, we have some 4x4 and 3x4 white fabric. And you see paintings on it. So at any one time, one of them would just come and just curating all during the day.
Oh man!
Yeah, all during the day.
Amazing stuff.
So it's a good flow of just being.
And
nice.
you must have been interacting with them. How do they feel about this? Because, like you rightfully said, we have not had something of that sort. Because we hear the jazz and arts, but yes, we've never seen it been included in such a brilliant way before. Yeah. This is the first time that it is connecting so well, and when you walk in, you can tell instantly that this is how you put respect on a creative name. Mm-hmm. So how are they feeling about this option?
Optimistic, I must say. They're happy. Those that have come in and have looked, they're very optimistic now and hope that it's true. But I can assure them they have found a home.
Yes.
So we want to be at when annually or every 2 years we look at Carrie Festa. We'd like annually to look at our arts festival, Art in the City Festival, every May.
Right. The display kicked off from Monday, from yesterday?
From the 5th. We had the launch on Sunday.
Right.
And we continue. We also had some workshops. We had one with Ludlow Bailey, Arts Connecting Beyond Borders. Right. We had one on art as a catalyst for change, and that was done by Candy Lopez and somebody from the OAS. And tonight we have Youth and Art with one of our past contestants, Amy Stephen. And
Amy,
you have to see her.
Yes, I spoke to her recently.
Her work at the
I spoke
hall.
to Amy sometime last week. I believe I caught up with Amy.
I'm just
as well.
so proud of her.
And she is very excited about that as well.
Yes. And then we have St. Lucia, the future art destination, and that would be with our Honorable Ernest Hilaire.
Wow.
So we found a home. We have a voice, and I'm hoping that everybody come together and just show creativity at its
Right,
best.
but the display is going to be on up until the
Friday.
end, up until
Until
Friday.
Friday.
So anytime within that space, anybody could
10
just come on in and take
between
in some of that.
10 to 10.
Let's speak, Delia, about arts. We just recognized World Intellectual Properties
Yes.
Day. Our intellectual property, a heavy amount of it, we don't tend to understand the linkages between creatives and that intellectual property and the protecting of it. How do you feel that this is in the step of the right direction in terms of recognizing and bringing our creatives closer to where their intellectual property is being recognized internationally on a world stage? How do you feel about this mission right here?
I think the mission works well. As I told you, we just brought in Taffer. He's a world known artist, and we
Right.
also have Ludlow Bailey, who is the curator. So with these workshops and this time now and the workshops, I think we will be versed in how our market and our work will be recognized, and there's a lot for us to learn. So these workshops, as you say, it started now. So here is the time to continue, because I'm not sure how many persons attended the ones you had that was done before when it started. But here is the time for CDF to take a look at all these things and bring it in to all these workshops into the festival, to at least have artists learn and understand, all these things.
And finally getting
the
the money's worth for their creativity as well.
For that, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Because as you notice in the gallery, the cost is there.
Is associated with it, yes.
associated with it.
That is amazing stuff.
Yes, yes.
Now, I wanted to talk, because like I said, we are really here in a body of creativity.
Oh, yes. Oh,
and
yes.
there's two little very comfortable minis that we are sitting on.
Oh yes, it's from the K school. I was so proud of the boys. There was a exhibition. They had the exhibition on Friday, and I asked them whether they could keep it so that we can also speak to it. So because we're celebrating creativity.
Yes.
And to have them there is a plus.
It's very comfortable. I
Very
must add.
comfortable. So again, everybody's going to have a voice. Hopefully next year, this is just a sample. Hopefully next year we'll have a full set from the K and have them there to speak to it and everything.
That is amazing stuff. Now, speak to what the day is going to comprise of on any given day, because I see you have a stage.
Yeah.
So is there performances?
Yeah, there are
aligned as well?
performances. As I say, we have performances, we have lectures. We also have persons walking in all during at a certain time to paint.
Just paint.
Just
And
paint.
I think I'm going to try my hand
Yeah,
at something in a little bit.
swing. Yes. The music would start normally after Mass, about 1 o'clock. But in between, we want persons to really be creative and put their hand to the wheel and do some. Miss Asina Nolly yesterday sat and she painted the fountain.
Wow.
And Gladden, Jonathan Gladden did the church. So it was really, it was an experience to see. And for persons to see them.
Nice.
Yes,
this is
to
so
see
nice.
them.
Brilliance at
Yes,
its
yes,
best.
yes, yes.
Well, I want to commend you. It's a beautiful place. I'm not sure I even want to go back. I want to spend the rest of the day with
that's
you
what
guys here
everybody say.
because it's so relaxing and
Yes.
so it's nice.
Yeah. But to see the appreciation from the persons who are always there,
yes.
to see that from them and how happy they are, it really gladdens my heart.
So you
It's really nice.
definitely accomplish what you
We
set out
accomplished, yes,
to
yes,
accomplish.
yes. Well, what CDF wanted,
Yes,
hopefully.
wanted to
Yes,
accomplish.
yes.
Well, absolutely a wonderful one, and like you said, commendation too for that. I really saw the difference, and I felt the presence of that arts inclusion and component this year as well. So I think you guys are doing a wonderful job with it.
Thank you. But I also want to take that opportunity to thank the mayor and her staff, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be as relaxed, because it was a lot. And with their help every day, it really makes a difference. So collaboration does work.
Right.
So I'd really like to
There's
commend
even
the
some food displays
CCC.
and food
Yes,
booths as
CDC.
well,
Oh
so
yes,
persons
we have,
can
yes.
actually come on over
And the
and have lunch
CCC,
here
yes,
during
yes.
the lunchtime.
Yeah, and the appreciation they showed for this.
Lovely.
So I need to commend them.
Good job. Kudos
Thank
to
you,
you guys
thank you.
and the entire team.
Yes.
So you can come on down. It's going to be here until Friday, the arts display in the city, and the city. So you guys need to come on. I'm going to try my hand at a little painting. I don't know
right
if
now.
Jaden or Jevon or one of them is going to join me, but we're going to try to leave our mark at least.
Yes.
A little something, guys. Come on. And we hear arts continue, creativity continues down on the Derek Walcott Square. Some of the students that we spoke about earlier have just joined us. We have here from the Ira Simmons Secondary School and the Castries Comprehensive School. Two of the lovely art students are here. They're going to be doing like a tour. They're going to be doing their own little piece of arts in a minute as well. I just caught up with them and wanted to know how they feel about this whole component of the arts and jazz and arts being included, and you guys getting an opportunity to showcase yourselves, your talent, and just to, take in everything that is going on. How do you feel about that, darling?
To be honest, the walking was a lot.
Yes.
But it was a really nice experience. I learned so much, and it was just a nice experience overall.
How do you feel about art? Because you're an art student, right?
Yes.
Right. Do you plan seeing the art given such a great prominence this year as part of the jazz and art? Do you feel hopeful? And do you now consider arts as something you might possibly want to look into in the future?
Yes, definitely. Lately I've been seeing like St. Lucia bringing out art so much more, and I'm so excited because I want to further art in the future. So yes, I love it. So,
absolutely. And what's your name again? Sorry?
Serena to say.
All right, Serena, we wish you the best, and I'm going to stick around to see what it is you put on canvas in a minute.
Okay.
Thank you so much for talking with us. And we also have Tamisha here. Tamisha is from the Ira Simmons Secondary. Likewise, a beautiful art student with the opportunity to come and experience all of this. Timika, how are you? Shimika, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Wonderful. Well, you look fine. You look energetic. How do you feel? How was the walk for you first?
It was good. A little tired, but
yeah.
it was good.
You look like you have a lot of energy. You look like me. Right. Being an art student, coming and seeing that, such a prominent place for art this year in the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, how hopeful do you feel about that and pursuing art?
Well, I personally, I like the art. I like to draw and things. Right. So it was a very nice experience for me, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
So it was just like, I knew places, I saw places I didn't even know about, like Pouring Seraphim. I didn't even know about that place. I saw it, the statues, the St. Lucia sign. I didn't even know they had that, but I experienced it today. It was good.
And look at you, we're all shy to take my camera. You look like you could take my job. Well done, darling. All the best, yeah, and enjoy it. And we look forward to your work in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
So there you have it. There's a number of other students who are here. And like I said, when platforms like this is created, you can't put a price tag on things like that. So we're just happy to be able to catch all of this right now and to see how much of a prominence has been placed on the arts this year as the St. Lucia Arts and Jazz Festival.
Good morning, DBS family, and welcome to another episode of DBS's Lookbook. And I am Vanessa Henry Long, your certified image consultant, personal stylist, and makeup artist from Lovely Makeup Artistry and Image Consultancy. It is a special time for this month, the month of May, a month where we celebrate our dearest moms. And let me tell you, what better way to celebrate your mom by taking care of her and showing her that you really care about her, by spoiling her and giving her the most fabulous and luxurious things. I mean, I know for some of us it is not about the material things, but it's more about spending quality time with the ones we love. And of course, that's our moms. So guess what? I have here today on the Lookbook just some gift ideas that you can get for mom this Mother's Day season. Now, today I am at Duty Free Caribbean, La Place Carénage, where I will be showcasing just a few items that you can get for mom this Mother's Day. Now, everyone knows when we talk about ladies and mommies, we talk about things that we know mommy will use and mommy will like, and something practical as well. So in the practical gifting way of doing things, I think it is only fair that we can get mom something like this bag here, a leather bag. It doesn't necessarily have to be something too flashy. You want to give her something that she would be able to use. And of course, by pairing a wallet with it, now don't give the wallet without money. You would need to, yes, If you have the wallet, you need to put a little $100 note, a little $50, or maybe you can start off, like they say, a little $us in there for mommy. So that is actually a great gift idea that we can start off with for mommy if you're looking at sticking on the practical side of things. A gift that she can use and she would be able to remember you when she sees this bag. A bag that she can use for work and of course on her leisure or casual time. A leather bag is definitely a great gift because you know it will be a bag of quality and that would last for quite some time. Now this brand is the Fossil brand and it's available right here at Duty Free Caribbean, La Place Carénage. Now I'm shifting to more of what I would say the yummy side of gifting, and that is yummy on the side of fragrances. You know how it smells good, it makes you feel, just by my expression you know what I mean by that. So this one I would say is the best gift, or one of the best gifts that you can give to mommy in this season. This is the latest Carolina Herrera fragrance, which is called Good Girl Blush. Now hear the name. Mommies are good, right? And they've been good to us our whole life. So they are actually the best gifts to give for mommy in this season. This scent is more on the fruity, floral, ambery side. And if you think your mommy would like a gift like this, and especially if she's into fashion, she's into shoes, she's into fragrances, you can come in at this store, Duty Free Caribbean, La Place Carénage, and give her some of the amazing scents that you think she would like. Now another thing you can do too, just as a little tip, if you know your mom is into fragrances, check out her closet or her area where she would store her fragrances. Take a photo of it, and when coming to shop into the store, what you can do, if you have no idea as to what scent she would like, you can just show that photo to the salesperson, who would be more than happy to, you know, help you find the right gift for mommy. Because again, we need to be very specific as to what we're giving mommy this Mother's Day season. Now shifting off to makeup. If mommy is into, you know, dolling up, one of the things that you can do, if you think mommy would appreciate such a gift, you can give her a gift certificate, of course by Lovely, but you can even make it more interesting for her. You can get her her starter kit of makeup, and there's a line that I discovered a couple years ago, which is actually one of the best makeup lines for women of color and also for Caucasian beauties. It is called the Black Up makeup line, or Black Up Cosmetics, which is a brand that, again, superior quality. It has good pigments. It's perfect for the skin type. It is a brand that is paraben free, oil free, and if you have hyperpigmentation or if your skin is very oily, it is a perfect makeup line that you can start with. So I suggest, again, you can give her a gift certificate if you desire to get her makeup done from any of the makeup artists, or you can come to me, Lovely, or you can just start her off with her own makeup so she now can have a little glam, you know, when she's going out with the girls or even with her significant other. Now we're scrolling down to if you are really on a budget, and of course, you know, not all of us will be able to afford the expensive high-end luxury brands, but we can get her something very affordable on a budget. You can gift mommy a lovely, you know, box of chocolates, Ferrero Rocher. You cannot go wrong with that. Or you can also give her affordable luxuries from Bijou Turner, and these are always on special, starting off at about $40 EC. So there's always something to give mom this Mother's Day. What I suggest, and to end off this segment, I will say to you, it's not about the price, it's not how expensive it costs, it's the thought. It's really the thought that counts. So treat your moms this Mother's Day season with a lot of love, a lot of hugs, and of course, a little bit of gifting. Take care. Bye.
And that's our show for today. You still have some time, so come on over to the square and taking some of the action, taking some of the creativity. It's a beautiful display, and I believe we owe it to our creatives to show some appreciation for their creativity. So I would encourage anybody to come on down. There's quite a lovely display of some really lovely personal pieces. I saw some that were, I mean, really touching me at the heart. So you guys should come on down. It's going to be on display up until Friday of this week. So come on down. Until tomorrow, we'll be back here again for DBS This Morning. That's our time.